Learn English through stories. Intermediate English. The Adventures of Tom Thumb. A boy no bigger than a thumb, chased by wolves, tested by strangers, and driven by dreams of adventure. Let's find out what happens to him in this classic legend of Tom Thumb, rewritten for English learners. And while you enjoy the adventure, you'll also improve your English effortlessly. Listen and read along. Don't just study English, live it through stories. The Wish. A farmer and his wife had no children. If only we had a son, even as small as my thumb, we would be happy. Soon after, their wish came true. A tiny baby was born, strong and healthy, yet no bigger than a thumb. A small hero. They named him Tom Thumb. Though tiny, Tom spoke clearly and moved quickly. Villagers laughed at his size, but Tom never felt ashamed. "I may be small," he said, "but I can do great things." His parents loved his brave spirit. Dreaming big. Tom often looked beyond the farm. He dreamed of adventures and proving himself. His mother worried. "You are so small. The world is dangerous." Tom smiled. "Danger is everywhere. I will face it with courage." His father secretly admired him. Riding the horse. One day Tom asked to guide the horse. Too small to hold the reins, he climbed into its ear and shouted directions. The horse obeyed perfectly. Villagers were amazed. Soon stories spread of the boy who rode from inside a horse. Strangers arrive. Two wealthy men heard about Tom. "We will take him to the city. People will pay to see such a marvel." The parents feared for Tom, but he whispered, "Let me go. I want to see the world." They agreed. The journey begins. The men carried Tom carefully in a basket. Along the road, Tom sang songs and told jokes. Though small, his voice filled the air. At last they reached the busy city, where crowds gathered to see the boy no bigger than a thumb. The show. Tom walked across a table as if it were a wide street. He balanced on a spoon like a bridge. The crowd gasped and clapped. "Marvelous! Impossible!" they cried. Tom smiled but thought, "I was born for adventure, not for display." The Escape. That night, Tom slipped away. He squeezed through a crack in the wall and vanished into the city streets. Rats scurried like monsters, cats prowled like lions. Tom was afraid but determined. Freedom was worth the risk. Dark woods. Leaving the city, Tom wandered into the forest. To him, the grass rose like walls and the trees stood like towers. Birds circled like dragons. For the first time, Tom felt very small and very alone. The wolf appears. Suddenly, a hungry wolf leapt from the shadows. Its teeth shone white, and its eyes glared with hunger. "At last, a quick snack," the beast growled. Tom shouted, "Wait! I can lead you to better food, sheep in my father's field." Swallowed whole. The wolf did not trust him. It snapped its jaws and swallowed Tom whole. But Tom was alive inside its belly. Clever as ever, he shouted directions, and the wolf, thinking the voice was its own thoughts, ran toward the farmer's village. The field in chaos. The wolf burst into the farmer's field. Sheep scattered, dogs barked, and villagers grabbed sticks. Then a small cry came from inside the beast. "Father! Mother! It's me, Tom!" Stunned, they netted the wolf and forced it to open its jaws. Out tumbled Tom, shaken but alive. His mother hugged him. "No more adventures!" she cried. Tom only grinned. Carried by a bird. Not long after, a great bird swooped down, thinking Tom was a crumb of food. It carried him high into the sky. Tom shouted and struggled, and the bird dropped him over a river. He splashed into the water below. Swallowed by a fish. A giant fish swam by and gulped Tom down. Inside the dark belly, Tom groaned. "Not again!" But luck was with him. The fish was caught by fishermen and sent as a gift to King Arthur's kitchen. Found at the feast. The royal cook cut open the fish to prepare dinner and gasped. Out stepped tiny Tom Thumb, dripping wet but unharmed. Word quickly spread to King Arthur himself. A living boy, no bigger than a thumb. A place at court. King Arthur laughed with delight. Such spirit in so small a body. "Stay with me, Tom." Soon Tom amazed the lords and ladies. He could leap across cups, hide in boots, and whisper secrets unnoticed. All the court cheered for him. Riding a mouse. Arthur's knights rode horses, but Tom had his own steed, a mouse. He tied a thread for reins and charged across the hall, jousting with a toothpick lance. The crowd roared with laughter and applause. The butterfly ride. One summer day, Tom grabbed the wing of a butterfly. To him, it was like riding a flying horse. He soared above flowers, laughing as the wind carried him higher. The courtiers pointed and gasped, "Look at him fly!" But not everyone smiled. Some eyes narrowed with envy. Tricks and trouble. Tom's tricks made him famous. He climbed into a goblet and swam like a fish. He slid down banisters like a child on a slide. Yet some whispered, "Too much attention for one so small." Jealousy began to grow. A plot of envy. Not everyone loved Tom's fame. Some whispered in corners, "Why should a boy no bigger than a thumb have the king's favor?" At last, jealousy reached the queen herself. With a cold smile, she said, "If he is so brave, let him prove it against something deadly." The spider's challenge. The queen's words became a cruel test. In the castle garden, a venomous spider was placed before Tom, its hairy legs twitching, fangs glistening. "Face this, little hero," the queen declared. The court fell silent. Tom raised his tiny toothpick sword. "I may be small," he said, "but I will not run." The final battle. The spider lunged, striking fast. Tom dodged and thrust his toothpick sword, piercing its leg. The court gasped. Again and again Tom attacked, fearless despite his size. But the spider struck back. Its fangs sank into his arm. Poison burned through him, and Tom fell to the ground. Tom's end. The hall fell silent. Tom lay weak, yet still brave. "Do not weep," he whispered. "I lived as I wished, small in body, but great in spirit." With those words, the boy, no bigger than a thumb, closed his eyes. The court mourned, and a majestic monument was raised in his honor. What about you? From birth, Tom longed for adventure. He faced danger, jealousy, and even death with courage, believing that if you don't fully live your life, you have no life at all. What about you? Do you choose safety, or do you dare to live fully, whatever the cost? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.